Good evening, this is Pacific Ren from GosuGamers, and we are here right outside Invasion Cyber Zone to take an interview with Mr. GoDz. Of course, he's part of the team Invasion and now we want to talk more about the team. So, how is your stay in Malaysia so far?
It's been good. We've been here with training since Monday at the Invasion Cafe. We started Monday night quite late. It took about a day before we recovered from just traveling and stuff, but now the training's going really well.
So where are you guys staying, by the way?
We're staying about a 5-minute walk at Winter's house. It's just down the road. There's sort of all 6 of us in 2 rooms, and it's actually really good. We bond together, and it's just really helped us get to know each other a lot better.
Okay, so speaking of Winter, not long ago he was part of Orange, of course, right? And then we've seen him standing up for joining the guys for scrims. And then lately, now he's a natural part of the roster. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I would say about 6 to 8 weeks ago that Winter approached us and he basically said, "Oh, I'm not going to be playing with Orange." It was the G1 League where they were going to be trying out Ice for their team. So he just approached us and said, "Oh, if you guys need a player to fill in," because he knew that we had some issues with our roster with Musica going someone inactive. He said, "If you need a player, let us know." And at the point we kind of did. Risk, David knew him really well from the Dota 1 days. They scrimmed all together and they got along. So basically we said, "Great, we'll try it out." That he then recommended FZ as a player to join in as a potential solo mid, and we've been playing with this roster for the last 6 to 8 weeks. Officially, Winter hasn't actually left. He's still a part of Orange Esports though, but he's not on their current Dota 2 squad, I guess.
So 6 to 8 weeks has been quite a long time, right?
Yeah.
So how's the training been going so far?
Really well. I think the results and the way they're playing is actually really promising. Win some, lose some. It's the same wherever you're training and scrimming. You always hear teams talk about how they win a bunch against good teams. It doesn't really mean much. It's more about how you're playing. And when just watching them playing, they're playing really well early to mid game. It's just some of their late game, which I think needs some improvement.
Would you mind sharing us the teams that they've been playing against, or the results of those scrims?
Yeah, they started off, I'd say the first day or two, there was a lot of scrims against Tong Fu, and also the new upcoming Chinese team VG. After that, we kind of wanted to venture and scrim other teams, because one, we're not going to, Tong Fu have a very unique style we quickly figured out. It's a very strong way they play, but we knew that it would be different to LGD, MUFC. So today and yesterday we've been scrimming against DK quite a bit, as well as LGD International.
Okay. So now let's talk about this coming tournament that you'll be competing into. This will be the Asia this coming weekend. So I reckon you have already seen the group, right?
Yes.
So what do you think of your group? You have LGD and MUFC in your group, and I think they are the favorites. They're quite the favorites, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely the harder group. LGD and MUFC, to me, if I was as an unbiased spectator, I would say those are the 2 best teams in this tournament. They're the 2 teams who should be battling it out in the grand finals. But by the way they've been playing, I think they stand a chance against both teams. Group B is still strong in a different way. You've got 4 or 5 teams who could potentially go through with Myth, Orange, Zenith. TNC have been playing well. JoeNet have some really strong Malaysian subs in WTF. So it's a much more even group. With Group A, there's 3 good teams with N9, MUFC, LGD, and then 3 teams who you kind of expect to not do very well. So it's a very top and bottom heavy group, whereas Group B is just middle heavy. So I think in some ways it's a much tougher group where we just have to win against one of those 2 teams with top 2 advancing. If we don't beat one of those 2 teams, well then we're not advancing. So we're basically preparing to verse each of the 2 teams.
So do you mind taking a pick on Group A and Group B?
I think Group A will be, I think Invasion and N9 will go through, just by the way they've been playing, and I haven't seen enough of MUFC or LGD to say for sure which of those 2 teams, but I think LGD will go through as well. I think MUFC might get knocked out. Group B, I think Zenith, they just have this sort of ability to play well on LAN. I think Orange may actually get knocked out. Playing without Mushi as well will hurt them a lot. He's kind of like their star player who's been carrying them a lot of these games, and that sort of gives room for maybe Myth Trust to advance. They've been playing a lot of Dota 2 lately, and I think they could do well.
Okay, so let's talk about another thing. Just this day, there was this recent patch about the 6.67 parity. So, do you think that patch will be detrimental or beneficial to your team?
I don't think it'll affect our team too much. I don't think it'll affect any team too much. It's a very minor patch. There's a few small little changes, most noticeably with Matt. He's no longer a very strong offlane hero, but he's still definitely top pick material, I think, as a solo mid. Batrider no longer has the ability to get lots of solo kills on his own. He sort of has to rely more on teammates coming to gank and using his ulti as an initiator, but he can't have those early game sort of solo kills in lane as much, or at least as easily, because you're missing out on that 1 or 2 right clicks. But I don't think the changes will affect all too much.
Okay, so do you think this patch will not be that much of a factor for this tournament?
No, it's just a lot of small sort of balance changes, which are going in the right direction, but nothing sort of game changing.
Okay. So there you have GoDz from Invasion and 9. And do you have any more things you want to say? Some sponsors, you think?
Yeah, well, huge thanks to Invasion, the cafe where we've been training. They've decided to sponsor us just for this one specific tournament. So huge thanks to Andy, the Invasion boss, who's looked after us, let us train at his cafe, and just given us, well, basically a way to actually train properly for this event to make sure we get the best results. Without Invasion, that wouldn't have been possible.
Okay, one last question. Let's say that you, in case the team wins the tournament, do you think Invasion will be a long-term sponsor, or you still look through it?
At this point, it's just a one tournament basis, because the way the sponsorship works is that they're sort of a local LAN cafe, so they're looking for a team to be regularly training in their cafe and to use that. Unless the team relocated to Malaysia and had a full-time place to stay as well as salary, then it's not really a possibility. And I don't think that's what Invasion are after all the N9 guys at this point. But it's definitely a great sort of just one-off opportunity, which really benefits both Invasion and us especially.
Okay, so there you have it. GoDz from Invasion and 9, and it's really good to have you there.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice to meet you.